Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am often asked, what do I do for my phone when I am traveling? So I'm going to answer that for you today. My name is Zoe. I like to talk on my channel about my plans to leave the UK and travel full time, and also the traveling I'm doing in the meantime and things that affect me in my everyday life. And today I'm going to tell you what I do when I travel for my phone. So first off, I have an eSIM for my UK number and I keep that all the time. Never give that up because you need a UK number to authenticate banking, your tax account. So many things you have to get your text from it, and so I keep that. And before I forget to mention this as well, I also have a VPN. So I pay for that annually, and I have that on my laptops and on all my phones. When I say all my phones, I'll explain why I have more than one phone in a minute. And I think I can put it on 6 devices. So I put it on there. I also have it on my Amazon Fire Stick, which I take with me everywhere. Now, I have that for 2 reasons. If you want to do your banking and your IP address is not in the UK, you can't get on the bank account. You can't get on your tax account. So you need to put your VPN on and put it on to UK so that you can log on to these. So that's why if you're using an app for your banking, put it on your phone. If you're using your laptop, put it on your laptop so that you can change where you are through the VPNs to say you're in the UK and you can access everything. Also, when I'm working, like some of the programs that I use, the software won't work unless it thinks I'm in the UK. So it's very important. But as well as that, it does offer you an awful lot of security, so it can stop people hacking into your account. The other benefit is that if you're traveling, and especially on your Fire Stick, if you have one, is you set the VPN to your home country and you can watch your usual shows. But I mainly have, that's like a plus, but I mainly have it for security and so that I can do my banking and my taxes and everything like that as if I was still in the UK. So that's 2 things you need. You need to keep a UK number and you need a VPN so you can look like you're in the UK still. Very important. Then you go abroad and you need data. Now, you don't necessarily want to use your UK phone for international data. Some plans cover some countries like Europe. So like when I went to Madeira, my phone covered Europe. So that was fine. I just carried on using it. I didn't actually know it did that when I went to Poland. So I did have an eSIM for Poland as well. But check your plan, what it covers. And when I went to Australia with my brother, he was allowed to like add £30 a month to cover Australia. I couldn't do that on mine. I have a very cheap UK plan, very cheap. So when I go abroad, I have 2 choices, an eSIM or a physical SIM. Now it depends where I'm going. First thing to do is check pricing. You can get eSIMs on, there are so many companies out there for whatever country you're going to. And that will give you data, which means you can use WhatsApp and internet, so you can use your maps and everything like that. But it won't give you phone calls, like normal phone calls. Now, depending where you're going, that's fine, because a lot of places just use WhatsApp anyway, and it won't be an issue. And I found that a lot in the Caribbean, and when I used to go to Asia, they all use WhatsApp. You don't need a number, so an eSIM is fine. But sometimes the eSIMs are cheaper than getting a physical SIM, and sometimes it's the other way around. So like in Antigua, eSIM is quite expensive, but it's not as expensive to get a physical SIM. And this is why I have multiple phones. I keep my old phones, so I don't throw them away or trade them in. I keep them, and I use them when I go abroad to put a physical SIM in if I want one. And that allows me to call people normally and use WhatsApp and data and everything. And so you really need to judge which works best for you. If you've got an old phone, take it, get a physical SIM. Once you've got one, it's very easy to use an app and top them up. And otherwise, and same on the old phone, you can put your eSIM on there instead. But do bear in mind with eSIM, you might not get the phone calls, so it depends what you need. But most countries use WhatsApp. I mean, I don't know when I ever phone anyone anymore, even in the UK. We all WhatsApp each other. It's mad, isn't it? But if you don't have WhatsApp, you're going to need a phone and you need a physical SIM. But that's basically what I do. And I do hunt around for the best price. But also, just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's better. Do check what the allowances are, speeds and things, because what are you going to use it for? And also, are you going to be having to hotspot to your laptop? So if you don't have Wi-Fi where you're staying and you're going to have to use your phone to hotspot, you really need quite a lot more data. The other option, and I've done this a few times, is get a Netgear box. It's actually what I use in my house now because I got rid of BT, it was far too expensive. I have a little Netgear box and I buy a SIM for it and I pay monthly. And that gives me all the Wi-Fi I need in my house. And that is another option you can do, is just buy one of these little boxes. What they're called Wi-Fi boxes. I have a Netgear one. And put your SIM in there and leave it in your home and it will work throughout. You can also carry it around with you if you're like in the car or something, put it in your handbag, whatever. So I did that once in, when we went to Dominican Republic for my son's wedding. The reception was selling them and it was cheaper than an eSIM. So I just used one of theirs. You had to pay, it wasn't a lot, it was something like $5 a day or something. And I just carried it around in my handbag with me all the time and I could just use my phone or anything and then in my room use it. So that's another option. But that was a long time ago now, and now I think eSIMs have taken over. But I've never really had any problem with them. They're really easy to use. So that's what I do. I'm happy to help further, but just ask if you're not still unsure. But it's easy peasy. You need data, and don't forget your VPN. VPN is vital. And you need your data so you can use your maps, because I'm terrible, I always get lost. Well, thanks for watching. Let me know what you use and what you do. Take care. Bye.